Pastor Wayne spoke in church. He was talking about the Nicaragua mission trip. I went to the meeting, heard the information on it, and I went home and told Jim, I'm going to Nicaragua. And he just kind of looked at me like, okay.
I was surprised, I guess, that Muriel decided so quickly, but...
Well, on the first trip, we were in Matagalpa. We were at the retreat center doing maintenance projects. Jim and I repaired toilet seats, and repaired all the guts in the toilets. I can do that now by myself if I needed to. When the kids got off the bus, that was like, just blew up everything.
Just so amazing. I mean, to see the kids who lived in poverty, really. I mean, you could just feel the Holy Spirit with us throughout the whole time. And it was just so amazing.
I think when they got on the bus was when it really hit. It just tugged at my heart that I wanted to be there. So that was the first part of our journey.
When I was sleeping, I had a dream. My dream was that I had a candle and it was out and, I had the been lit, and I felt that, I felt that being lit in me. At the devotion time that night, I shared that with everyone.
Like he said, he's not very talkative. He is with me, but, with other people, I tried to hold it together with everybody around. But then when we went back to our room, so now I'm going to make me cry now. So, so then when we went back to the room, we just talked. It really opened up our relationship.
Deepened our faith together.
We went to Nicaragua again, and we were talking with Sarah and Ryan Schmitz. They were talking about missionaries and that they needed some more missionaries to come out there and be part of their team. I was like, okay, I'm ready. I'll stay here, send my stuff to me. And so that really hit us hard when we found out that that God had another plan for us. Little did we know what it was at the time. And we already thought, why did God wait so long to use us?
Right away, Pastor Wayne said, but, there is another opportunity. He brought up Molly. We told Pastor we'd pray about it. As when I was looking it up on my phone.
2 Mollys.
Yeah, there's one spelled a little differently. And I looked at that one, like, that one's okay. And then I re-looked and it was spelled differently, and it's like, ooh, this is a little different. But
of course, I started crying, and he was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and that he had been praying for a couple to go there.
My journey with Mali starts 21 years ago. We went to Mali to help them to be able to share the gospel with the Muslim community. A whole bunch of our Muslim brothers come to Christ. Above anything that we could have ever imagined, unheard of. One of the people that was our translator there, our friends have led him to Christ just before we arrived. I have the privilege to baptize him, Bimba Dembele. He said, I would love to get the knowledge that I need to start a church, but more so to train the local pastors, because I have very, very little training. I became his professor underneath my mentor, had the privilege to teach him, train him. He goes back with a degree in biblical studies. He starts a church, a Christian school. He starts a Christian radio station. He goes on and buys a piece of land, and they plant trees and vegetables. An entire Christian community sprung up. The last 10 years, I've been praying, God, send a couple so that the young believers there in this animist and Muslim community can see what it looks like when a Christian couple follows the Lord. And so when Jim and Muriel Beers answered they would love to go, I felt like my prayer for 10 years has been answered.
Well, when I came back, there wasn't a no. If you look up Molly, it talks about terrorism and things like that. And, that really didn't deter me personally. I was ready to go then. I think on the plane, by the time we landed, I think we had decided we probably would go.
Our plan, we've already got our yellow fever shots. We're in the home stretch of getting our hepatitis series shots. The first part of May, Jim and I, Pastor Wayne, will go to Mali. Wayne will get us settled in for the first couple weeks, and then he'll leave us. So we're talking 6 to 8 weeks. But what we've talked about doing is wintering in Mali instead of Florida like most people.
It's amazing how much peace you feel once you just give it over to God,
Yeah.
you know, and say, here you go. You're in charge. They were learning French. It's interesting.
Go ahead.
You asked me too quick.
Say bonjour,
Yeah.
bonsoir.
Yeah.
She's saying it all. You haven't said anything yet.
Well, I didn't say I was. I'm learning French.
We learn French every night we study. Just things start going in your mind. What do we do with our animals? How do we tell our children? And some of our children think we've lost our minds and it's time to put us in a home.
This is probably the most excited I've been about anything in my life. You know, to be able to serve God, it is just sometimes speechless about how amazing that opportunity is.
There's nothing to be afraid of. God will take care of us. You know, we're there for a reason. And if that is how the Lord takes us, then that is how it goes. When it's your time, it's your time. And what a better place to be is serving God when it happens.